Hey everybody, it's Risley. Today we're playing Super Auto Pets. Let's give it a go. Duckling, groundhog, beetle. In terms of stats, I appreciate the beetle. I like the groundhog. Very interesting concept, liking a groundhog, because I believe in the beginning of the game I really thought they were super stinky. So it's kind of surprising that I feel more neutral about them now, but I feel like I've been running them all the time recently. We're still on this weekly. I'm gonna roll, just because while I respect the fact that the duck does give pretty good stats, you know, like +2 is nothing to be shy about. I feel like I'm just not in for it right now, you know? Its stats were great enough, I'd rather summon a golden retriever. I'm really feeling more like a dog person right now than a bird person, but who's to say about the future? Today, we can be some talkative bacteria. Imagine the horror that would be walking around and just hearing a bunch of millions of tiny voices screaming and talking and saying all of the things, gossiping about each other constantly because bacteria is everywhere and everything is always happening. Solid nightmare fuel. Okay, so we've got level 3 of you, continuing with the stat concept, continuing with the ignoring the duck concept. Some people would say that concept is pretty rude. I would say, well, you know, you've got to survive in the world somehow. That duck's not going to get me a win this turn, and this is the turn that I want to win. Is every turn the turn that I want to win as soon as it approaches me? Yes, but this is the one that we're currently at. Okay, Golden Boy was not strong enough to defeat this guy. Neither was he strong enough in the last one. So you start to wonder if Golden Boy is possible to win any round, actually. We'll do a honey. Ooh, I should have done this though. Okay, we're actually going to do a second honey, just because I think in the early game, honey in the early game, amazing. Hedgehog in the early game is pretty alright. I'm definitely not so ballsy of a person that I'll be running Hedgehog any further along in my line. I am not the kind of person who thinks, maybe if I can kill all their level 2s before they can kill any of mine, or have enough health that they can actually survive, that could be cool. I am too much of a coward for that sort of strategy, although I will say, minus their front unit who was really beefy with like 7 health or something, I think basically their entire team actually would have died if I'd had front Hedgehog. Would my team have died? Most of my team wouldn't have died. We would have gotten a few dead groundhogs, but they also are kind of expendable anyway. You can have this, just because I think it's kind of fun to stack abilities that already exist. So now what, it's like a +1? Are you guys +1s or +2s by default? I kind of feel like you should be a +2, but maybe that would be too powerful. So that's like 5, 4, a 4/4 golden retriever. It's not going to be very helpful this time, but it's nothing to shake your head about in the grand scheme of things. Ooh, a draw. A B for a draw. I am, how do you say, validated? Validated for my assumptions, validated for my actions. It's turn 5, so it is time to begin the leveling process. We're gonna do a quick buy sell. Is there anything we want to get rid of before we start this? You, kind of stinky. Everyone else, not kind of stinky. Copy the nearest friend. I mean, it's so early that you'd be like, I don't know, that seems kind of cool. But also, what, like him? I don't want to put it behind this guy, which means it's gonna have to be behind that guy. And I guess you could say double trumpets if we go like that. But look at those stats, my dude. 5/6, I can't be killing a 5/6 on my own accord. So I guess we're gonna get 1 additional trumpet. I don't want you to eat anyone, so I can't buy you even if your stats are good. I guess I could put you up front. Man, this is stanky. This is a stanky team right now. It's so random. Okay. So we have the power of 5 trumpets and a hedgehog. A whale that does nothing but has different stats, which basically is just gonna make it survive this woodpecker. Thank you. I mean, in terms of stats, that's a heavy jellyfish, but maybe our dog? Can our dog pull this out for us? A B for its high? Come on now, Hedgehog, you have more strength than that. I raised you better. I raised you from an inkling, from the little baby that you once were, into this Hedgehog, and you're still only doing 2 attack? This doesn't do that, right? Abilities deal +2. Oh, no, that would actually, doesn't it? I don't know, it feels weird, because this isn't like a direct sniper, it's a death attack. You feel like that might not do anything, but I think it actually shall. I don't like any of you guys. I definitely do not consider Groundhog to be a permanent guy, so we're not going to do it for right now. And now you're saying, man, you haven't really given the Doberman a real chance. I mean, I've run it a few times in recent history, but only like for a turn, because I died immediately after, because it was really late. If they're going to give me an early game him, I think we might as well start trying to raise him up. Wait, which one of you is cooler? I mean, this guy summons 1 more trumpet, and this guy just has more health. Okay, fine, you convinced me. We're gonna do this. And obviously he's not going to be doing anything now, and he's not going to be doing anything for a very long time. However, The concept we are following right now is that we're going to give as much health as we possibly can to him, so that when he is able to do literally anything, he does literally anything pretty coolly. That is a large pig and a penguin plus level 2s. I don't even know if I'd be able to use one. Whoa, we did not win. Oh, come on. I said that with the idea that I had my honey summoned. We actually did not win straight up. So you get summoned. Oh, you know what? This guy is good scaling for you, so somebody can get out. You're not doing anything. The whale at least has kind of stats, which is like decent. I mean, it is tempting. It's tempting, I'll say. I'll say it mostly just because I don't want you to feel bad about the fact that it was extremely untempting, you know? I'm just very polite like that. I don't want anyone to feel bad about the fact that they're like a suck unit. And by that I mean I kind of want you to feel bad. Hopefully at least you won't come back into my shop. If you say mean things about certain units, so much so that they hate you and they refuse to enter your shop, so they have to replace you with units that you actually like. No, chicken. Chicken. Oh my goodness. I really thought that was a draw, my guy. You can't come in here and say that I'm not doing cool enough things. Look what we got going on here. This is something. That's something. It's not great. What did you do, a tier 3? I mean, it's not horrendous. It's not horrendous at the very least. That's also one thing about this Doberman squad, is that right now my whole concept is getting him better so I can eventually switch everyone out, which means buying one of these guys isn't in the market because they're just going to get rid of. We can't use them if we're going full-on Doberman here. Man, that really messes with your whole Doberman squad, right? Because I can see how you can play and then in the late game not care about your units just because you didn't happen to care about them up until that point. But starting from scratch, I feel like I can't commit to scaling anyone but him, because obviously nobody is able to stay from this team. I can't kill a single soul. Man, Hedgehog, you are not pulling your weight. Never- okay. Well, that was Doberman attempt 75 with no success. I mean, I've actually had decent success in my history. Hall of Fame. Let's see, this was like yesterday when I was playing. I feel like I got a Doberman one recently. It looks like I didn't. In fact, it looks like basically every time that I win, it has to do with a rooster, because they're just extremely OP. I did get a 10 win with a sloth. That was amazing, and I got him like halfway through. This guy really sat, you know? I mean, obviously this is a great squad. I had amazing scaling and a double rooster with a sloth. Well, at least it's in my Hall of Fame. I realize it's gonna get deleted at some point, but I was cool. You should have been there. You had to be there when I got a sloth 10 win. I think that was the first time, maybe the second time that's happened before. We're gonna go big possum. Ooh, we're gonna go jumbo possum. This is the best possum you've ever seen in your life. I'm so confident in you. We're gonna be Lord of the Rodents. Is a possum a rodent? It's a mammal. I don't think it's a rodent, but it kind of looks like one, doesn't it? It's kind of rat-like. It's got rat-like behaviors. And he'll win? No, you golden jerk. Okay. Here I was, thinking that my awesome possum was the best shop we could have been given. It goes and wastes my time. So we're gonna not take the level? We're gonna roll once and take whatever it gives us. We're saving this for turn 3, just so that we can get that, what, tier 3 unit faster? Which I don't really like all that much. I don't think tier 3s historically are that amazing, and in terms of this weekly, I feel like the only one that really stands a chance of going all the way is like maybe that new bird that shoots things when the enemy summons, which is obviously very conditional, but I mean, in a pack that has golden retrievers, you probably get at least one trigger if you keep that guy in the back for the golden retriever summon. Okay, so you guys combine, because I want to lessen the chance of this guy hitting you guys. You would be really cool if we had pills, but we don't, so you're kind of stank. I mean, you're still pretty good, but you're not nearly as cool as you could have been. So I think this works out. It's kind of crazy how beefy this possum is, given that he has like no levels, or even half levels right now. But I think we are going to commit to you. So at the very least, this possum has to keep us floating until we get actual units, so we're going to give him a little bit of scaling. Just a tad. We're not going to give him like a full meal or anything, but he can enjoy one appetizer. Maybe even 1.5 if I feel like I can't find anything cool before then. Ooh, pig team. I feel kind of bad about defeating pig team. I think that's pretty radical. 6 pigs? I have a pig and he's wearing a little, like, airplane hat. Oh my god, we're wearing the Googler hat. We're wearing the cutest hat in the world. We can't lose this one. The hat gods have blessed us with victory. Okay. 2 scaling. Not too bad. Continuing to not see anything that really strikes my fancy. I do feel like the Red Lizard is pretty amazing of a unit when you have a weekly that actually includes multiple things. Sadly, this one does not include a ton of start of battle triggers, maybe like 1 or 2 in the early game, and I'm not confident to run it otherwise. And maybe, are there even lollipops? I also feel like he's like, you can definitely get away without lollipops, but he could definitely use some more. No lollipops. Okay, so he's just pure attack this game. A buffalo? A buffalo, you say? Well, if you insist. You can get out of here. You can get in here. I want to keep you just in case we can get 2 more little fun apple scalings. I want to keep you because you're kind of doing something, so I guess you're out of here, which is kind of sad because you were almost a level. In, out. Ooh. Do I want you? Do I want to level you? Not really, but I can do 1 buy, sell. You know what? You're in because you're just kind of good, honestly, and maybe you can have a pineapple next turn, and you're in because there's not a whole lot of good units, and you're okay. It sucks that I'm going to sell you in the future with no gain, such as filling an ant might actually give me something, but you can stay for just a tattest bit of time. You're pretty cute, and it's like one of rare that an animal has its head like facing downwards instead of up, so that way you're pretty special. Ooh, a summoner squad? Our bird that you took on a whim just now actually gets to do something, and it does 3 attack per hit. Dang, that's pretty strong for a first level, like, level 3 guy, you know? Tier 3. Okay, so you can give us something cool. That's neutral amount of coolness. Oh, the problem is that I do want to take it, but who do I sell now? Because I'm half committed to you. I guess it's you. And now you're like, okay, so you've done that now. Where's the buy sells? What are we selling to buy? You know what? I could buy a cookie, probably good for just 1 turn, but instead a level. Oh, I was gonna say I was gonna level to see if we can get this guy double, in which case I guess we kick the possum, but that's a really hard decision to make because look how frickin' buff he is. That guy's got pecs of steels and you want me to throw him out? He's literally equal to my best unit, which is gonna carry me to the end of the game. You're telling me that I can't take this possum with me? Because a beta fish is way too cool? I mean, if you're telling me, I'm gonna have to believe you. I feel like a lot of people in chat are a lot better at this game than I am, so if you're telling me I gotta replace this beta fish. No, this opossum. Oh, look at all these. You gotta give me the world and tell me to decide on one of them. 5 different universes. I'm gonna do this. And you know what? You know what? I don't really need you to level, so instead, I think we're just gonna do some of this action. I'm gonna keep our strong possum for 1 more turn, and then you still get that benefit for 1 turn, and we'll see how this goes next time. For right now, I'm cool with this. For right now, I'm quite happy with this, in fact. I feel like this team doesn't look too bad. I do feel like our bird could easily die, but actually there's like no snipers except he himself in this game, besides Pepperfish and him. You don't need to run anti-snipers. Your back unit gets to live, and there's no melon and garlic. There's a strong lack of defenses in this game. It's pure attack, I feel like, in this weekly. You're out. Buy, sell. Classic. You know, if you're gonna be dying, you might as well die with benefit. 2 triggers. So I guess buy, sell, roll once. A pair is better than anything we could buy this turn, but temporarily you all suck, and there's no way I'm going to buy something next turn that I'm going to care about the health being given to, so I guess I should go for stats, which would be you. Or this. That's fine, whatever. Hedgehog, I'm sorry, you are not meant to stay in this world for very long, but I appreciate your efforts while you're here, and I will make sure that the lunch lady gives you a proper amount of food. We're not going to be mean to you just because you weren't meant for the team. You are going to get the same sort of, like, outfits and utensils and things that everyone else gets to use. Scalers. We're entering a scalar zone. So you can get out of here. And let's see, 3, 4, 1, 3. This is actually pretty good. Of course, the thing being that one of our 3s definitely needs to be aged out at this point. Plus 8 plus 4. So this is a good amount of stats. That is a good amount of stats given, but this guy's ability just feels like it's so good. Especially because Rooster is probably the strongest unit in the pack right now, and I'm terrified of him. Should I get rid of the possum? He's still scaling, though. I need to get rid of a 3 if I want this guy to pop off. Okay, Beta Fish. I did respect you. I did love you, Beta Fish. It was not my own fault. A 5. 1, 5, 3. This works. And give 1 pet the egg pert. Push the opposite space 1 forward. So that does nothing. I just bought it because I wanted stats to go around. So I guess you can move back. You are what? Is there a real purpose in not having my strongest guy up front? There's no scorpions. I mean, if there's no scorpions, then I guess that's fine. Just the 2 strongest guys in front? If there's nothing to like insta-kill the front unit, there's no mods to give the front unit like glass cannon vibes, there's no scorpions to just do a one-hit wonder. Ooh, you know what there is though? There are woodpeckers, which while not really capable of doing enough attack to like kill your front line, especially if he's the beefiest one, very easily, it's still a decent amount of damage, which could ruin the concept of your strongest unit making it all the way. We still have full health? Damn, my dude, I didn't think we were doing that amazing. Ooh, you know what the problem is, though? We've chosen to scale in 2 ways alternative to yours, so are we gonna stop the buy-sell maneuvers here just to run these guys permanently? So it's like if I use his turn 3 times, right? So that's a total of +6, +6. Or just +6, I guess. And you give everyone stuff. So this is technically better. For right now, I think I'm willing to actually get rid of you for a hot second because I love levels. We're gonna save this. Buy, sell. I was gonna roll to see if we could find an instant Rapoodle Poodle, but sadly we did not, which means we're just gonna have to do a temporary Beluga Whale for the win. Not too shabby if I do say so myself. Get out there and kick some butt, my squad. We've got 2 different sea animals, a bird and 2 mammals. I feel like we've got a decent spread in terms of like ecological health. Okay, I'm very glad our bison did not die in 1 turn, but a level 2 walrus seems kind of cheaty. I think that you guys had some sort of sneaky tactics. That's a big possum if I ever saw one. My first loss at halfway. 5-4. Come on now, I was doing so good. I was doing so gosh darn well. I should have sold you before I bought that. My mistake. This is actually pretty good. 6, 4, 1, 3. Doesn't actually matter because I sold my poodle. Maybe I would actually replace this guy with a poodle in the future though. We're not leveling the possum. Everyone stop asking me about it. The possum is not getting leveled. These are actually both good for the seal, because the ice cream I honestly think is kind of stinky. I think 1 attack for everyone isn't that great. Definitely not like tier 6 level great, but it does guarantee a seal hit plus other stuff, so I guess in terms of this specific scenario, it's not too bad. Joke's on you, my possum was big enough to defeat all of your front units, even with all this bonus health. Can I defeat them after the fact? Ooh. Everyone, we have to thank God that that guy did not have... We have to thank God that that guy did not have enough attack to actually do anything good. So buy. Buy. Layer. For no real reason, I just kind of thought it'd be fun to layer him. A level 2 seal plus 2 chocolate. Beautiful. Okay, so next turn is the turn of pop-off, because like, right? Level 2 seal, which sounds great because you're like, double scaling, but actually I feel like I have not been putting almost any effort into actually giving him food, so he's like gonna be cool looking because he's gonna be level 2, so the enemy is gonna think, this team's so strong, they have a level 2 seal, they could have so much scaling in the future, but in reality I'm actually like not letting anything get properly scaled because I'm not feeding him. However, despite that fact, we do have a level 2 this guy now. And he can do something. He definitely can get out there and do something. I appreciate all of these high levels you've given me. But at this point, the possum, you can't leave. You're great. You're my stats. You're my scaling. We could technically get rid of the Royal Flycatcher, though honestly I would kind of just prefer that he gets leveled. I still think the anti-rooster technology is worth him existing. It would definitely be better if he was a little bit more powerful, though. Ooh, a 4 squad. For what reason, though? Purely to get your levelers up there? Oh, I'm very lucky that we got through that, and there's no way we get through the rest of that. Okay, our scaling is not on par. We have to focus real hard on this guy from here on out. Oh, but you, though. Oh, but that guy, though. Okay, no, I want 2 foods for the seal. 2 foods for the seal. 2 potatoes for the seal. Yes, I'm gonna feed him a potato twice. I realize that's such a weird thing that it totally made sense for you to ask me. I do not blame you. Okay, well our double potato, it does nothing. It does nothing, you say, because there are no snipers in this game, besides like vultures and birds, and they do things like after the fact, so the fact that a potato exists is basically just from the manatee. Is that what you're trying to tell me right now? Man, we did this one a lot better. What does the donut do again? Gives you extra stats? Well, it wasn't very useful this time, so how about you take that donut back to the store? Ooh, okay, actual scaling. +2, +2, +1, +1. You know what? I'm not gonna pivot. I'm not gonna pivot about it. We're actually gonna keep the seal. I see the concept there, I choose to reject it. I was really hoping we get a food item that actually does scaling. It isn't just like a tool, but if you insist. Here's your 1-turn cucumber rather than a potato. Hope you enjoyed it. Our bison is almost at max, so definitely feeling good about the fact that I chose to ditch the whole buying extra things. It is very nice that the bison, as opposed to the puppy, or not the puppy, the dog itself, still gets the stat gain even if you like stack the pet on top of an original version of itself that's already on your team. Man, I feel like I've tipped off. We were doing so hot, and then all of a second, our power is just like slowly seeping down the slope. You know, we peaked in high school, and now we're in college, and everyone's cooler than me, and I'm really stressing about it. Ice cream? And I do like this a lot better than your cucumber, so. Slight stat gains. Something has been done. Something has been changed here. Is it something that's actually enough? I don't know. Is plus, like, what, 8 stats? Plus a total of 8 stats in one turn? Is that enough to change the tide of war? Ooh, their stats are not looking too bad themselves, though. Okay. Level 3 Flamingo, kind of extremely annoying, but I can see why you got that. Ooh, we won easily. Easily, you said? Yes, extremely. Isn't that crazy? Okay, so 8 wins with 2 lives left. We're not doing too bad. You can come out. Sadly, it is too late to do the whole crow maneuver. Nothing here wants to really double. Well, a doubled boar? This guy doesn't really have all that much health. What is the chances that this guy triggering his ability twice is worth more than just the stats this guy has straight up? I could definitely see why someone would run that. I'm not so ballsy as to do it myself, but concept in the future, if anyone has this exact setup and also was offered 1 tiger, I would not shake my head at you had you chosen otherwise. Okay. 2 hits, not the best, so you're gone. That's gonna summon, and that sucks. Oh my god, I'm really surprised that you were able to kill that, and it didn't matter anyway. Alright. We are living on a dream. We have 1 health, and we need 2 wins. I'm not so certain we'll be able to get that. You don't really need scaling. But once again, is there anything that potato is really gonna help us with? Take 10 less damage from ability, so it's not like he can even, like, get rid of a peanut, because that's not even an ability, it's a tool. So what, like a vulture? Take 10 less damage from a vulture? I mean, I guess. Okay, fine. You get this just because it's something, although I continue to not really know how much it's actually going to help you. A little bit of extra scaling. Our stats look great. Our stats look very decent. It's just luck at this point. We just have to believe. Everyone crosses your fingers and claps your hands and scream that you believe in fairies hard enough. 50-50 in the front. You're really gonna come in here and mess up my whole squad just because you thought it'd be cool to put your guy up front? And a melon. Oh, you know what? I don't historically respect the reindeer very well. I like to throw it in there, but it's just so late that I don't like it very much. In a world where melon armor does not naturally exist in any other way, not even any sort of protection, that is OP. 2, you could probably run like 3 reindeers. If you could get scaling off on that, like even decent scaling, not even like great scaling at the end of the game, and just run a bunch of reindeers. That would be great for this weekly. Sucks that I found out right now, because I think the weekly is about to switch, so whatever. Thanks for watching, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.